Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. Today we're going to be taking a look back at Pegaxy, and the reason why we're revisiting it is that recently they did just announce a couple big massive updates. So right here, recently they did just announce three big events coming up. One already passed, the one we're in the middle of. First, they did introduce that stats-based racing and genetic breeding is now a thing. So now the stats for your Pegas do matter in races that they partake in. So it's to help, move away from completely RNG, just random number generated or whatever. So now your stats actually do matter. And so yeah, in the next event, the one that we're currently in starting today or starting Sunday today. This is when it was shot. This video will go out tomorrow, Monday, is the breeding event, April 3rd to April 10th. And what that is, we'll get into some information here in a little bit. And then finally, April 14th, they're going to introduce a Pega burning mechanic and Pega level up. And again, we'll get into that. But first, I want to get into the breeding event because that's the biggest thing we're in right now. So if you see here, during this time frame of April 3rd through the 10th, you can actually breed your Pegas, and there will be no breeding cooldown. Now, I do stress this because I just did some breeding myself today. There is still the 4-day cooldown, so if you do breed your adult Pegas, even though there is no, breed cooldown, you're still going to have that 4-day adult cooldown, which if we look right here in the white paper, yeah, it does tell you, what is the length of time needed for a parent Pega to be able to race again. And again, that is 4 days. That hasn't gone away. It is still 4 days. And if you do breed a Pega twice, it does stack. So like earlier, I bred a pair of two adult Pegas twice, and now they have an 8-day cooldown for racing. So that hasn't gone away. It's just you can breed it as many times as you want, but you cannot race until after the 4 days. That is still a thing. And if you breed adult Pegas, the newborn Pegas that you get, those do have to wait 48 hours or 2 days before you're able to breed them. And then once the 2 days pass, the breed cooldown does go away, and then they turn into adults. But again, that 4-day cooldown is still very much so active. And if we look here, so look into the white paper, you can see, I'm sure everyone's seen Pegaxy's white paper and this section, breeding. So if you're breeding a pair of, like 0 out of 7 bred horses or virgin horses, for a pair of them, it's going to cost you 30 PGX and 4,000 Viz. And you can breed them with the cost that corresponds with them. You can breed them all the way up to max breed count during this event with no cooldown. Just again, if you go to 6 or 7, it's that time times the 4-day cooldown. That does stack every single time. So just be aware of that. At a certain point, you're not going to have your Pegas to race, for several weeks if you max breed them. But what I've been doing is I had a couple of virgin horses going into this event, so I bred those horses, and then their offspring or their baby Pegas they made, I'm going to wait until their 2-day cooldown happens, and I'm just going to keep breeding those and then just rinse and repeat during this whole event. Right here is and this is just the Pegaxy white paper in the breeding section, so you can see the bloodlines. I don't want to get into all this in this video. There's videos out there about it, and I just want to get in here and give you a quick update for, again, this breeding event that is happening. So the biggest takeaways is that it gives you an opportunity to breed a bunch of horses in this week span, because on to the next update, they are bringing out on April 14th a Pega burning mechanic system. Now what that is that, let's say if you, during this event, you breed a bunch of, pretty basic horses, pacer rarity horses, like right here if you see, we'll go to rare, and I guess I should have pulled it in the white paper, but if say you breed 10 pacers, there actually is now a mechanic where you can take 2 horses and two Pegas and take them together and burn them to get the next rarity up. So if you burn two Pacer Pegas together, you actually will then turn those two Pacer, or like level 1 in a sense, rarity horses into the next rarity up. So two Pacer horses will go into one rare horse, and if you want, you would have to take two rare horses to go into an epic horse, and then you'd have to have two epic horses to go into a legendary, and that's where it stops. You cannot make founding the original 5,000 founding Pegas. That is all there is ever going to be for founding, as they have stated many times. But that is going to be an interesting way for their Pega burning mechanics and their Pega level up system. Hopefully that will take a lot of Pegas out of circulation and leave the ones remaining, maybe having the floors rise a little bit. It's just a Pega burning mechanic. I'm a big fan. I think that's going to help. And then again, nothing confirmed, but down the line when stadiums come out, if that introduces another Pega burning mechanic, I don't see how it doesn't help the economy. But these are the three biggest updates that I wanted to talk about. And another mention is they did finally allow, if you've been around since the beginning, Fable tokens to be able to be bought or sold on the marketplace right now. Fable tokens, I believe in the beginning, like I have the white paper again right here on Fable tokens, is in the beginning you were able to get Fable tokens, I believe by referring someone. Yeah, so right here every referral was, or it gave you one Fable token, and in order to use your Fable tokens you need 5 of them, and you can use them as a chance, not guarantee, but a chance to successfully evolve your Pega into a crowned Pega. And here are the stats here. I believe so. Let's see here. Yeah, 1 attempt, 5 tokens. So yeah, that's just an honorable mention because it is a new update that they did just allow. So like if you go to the Pegaxy marketplace, now if you go to marketplace, you see that there is a tab for Fabled token. I mean, we can just see the floor price. I think it's like $1,000 right now. Yeah, 900, 900, 1,000, and they just go up from there. Or you can catch one like on an auction bid, see if you can kind of snipe one that way. And as well as we're in here, if you go to breeding, it does give you like a little notification like, hey, there's a breeding event. And usually, if you go in here, it will, for the first time you're opening it, it'll give you like a little breeding video. I've just opened it many times, so it's not going to show it to me. And again, it is in their notification section that is now here, letting you know, hey, the breeding event is on. So if we just take, like we'll go, oops, sorry. We'll try to find 2 virgin horses on the breed marketplace. Just as an example, I'm not going to use them, but just to show you. Like if we take 2 and we go down to breed, you can see here that you can just breed them for 30 PGX if you have your horses and you're not renting them out, and 4,000 Viz. So, I mean, again, you can breed them as many times. There isn't a cooldown until they're like these horses make a baby Pega, and then that would again have a 2-day cooldown. But again, guys, just remember, because I haven't seen it brought up anywhere on their Twitter announcements or other videos I've watched, the 4-day cooldown is still for racing. Adult 4-day race cooldowns is still in effect, so just keep that in mind. And they do stack, so it is easy to get out of control. Like if you breed 3 times, now your horse can't be raced or rented out for 12 days. So just keep that in mind when you are doing your breeding events. But again, it's a really good time to just build up your stables, and if you do want to trade them or burn them to get higher rarities, because they have announced that with the different rarities, the different rarity Pegas are going to have their own lobbies with different reward rates based on the rarity lobby that your Pega is going to go into. So that's another incentive for burning your Pegas to go a rarity up, is to get into these different racing lobbies and have the different reward pools based on whatever stats or horse you have. That I don't believe has came out yet. I imagine we're going to see that on April 14th when they officially roll this out. But yeah, that's just their biggest and big announcements that I wanted to touch real fast and just kind of go over with. I don't know, just keep everyone in the loop and let you know my experience of breeding some of my Pegas today. But yeah, guys, once we get closer to this April 14th and we start seeing the Pega burning mechanics and Pega level up in the different lobbies with the rarities, I'll probably do another video and touch on that again. But until then, I guess have fun breeding your Pegas, build up the stables, maybe weigh out the options if you want to just rent, play the numbers game and rent them out, or if you want to consider burning to move up in rarity. But I guess we'll see April 14th. Otherwise, if you can like, share, subscribe, comment below if I missed anything in this video, and if you are interested in seeing more Pegaxy, and I will catch you in the next one. Alright, see ya.